So here I am, and sales manager in SAP Business Suite, and I have concerns about the sales pipeline that's coming up towards the end of the year. So let me open Joule, SAP's AI Copilot, and ask, how's my sales pipeline for 2025? Joule returns a link to the Revenue Pipeline Intelligent application. And as I open the link, I can immediately see a large number of open sales inquiries coming up to the end of the year. Now I need help to quickly decide and triage which inquiries should have my sales team focus on. To prioritize these sales inquiries, I'm going to need support from my data analyst and data developer. So let me open a task in Joule for the data analyst to create a prediction and then see which sales inquiries are most likely to close. So my data analyst now receives this task in the SAP Business Data Cloud cockpit to create a sales inquiry forecast. Now I'm acting as a data analyst, and I need to connect data from multiple sources to build a semantically rich data fabric that's ready to be used with the latest AI technology. I start in the Business Data Cloud cockpit and browse all the SAP-managed data products coming from multiple applications across the SAP ecosystem. I can now see the S/4 HANA sales data package. Open it and browse all the data products available. I'm really happy to see that the package has already been installed and the data products are ready to use. Now I'm going to launch the BW for HANA and open the BW data product generator. I'm browsing through the available info providers and can see historical sales data on invoice payments and sales returns, and can now convert them into a data product. I know we have both SAP and non-SAP data across our organization that I will need for this task. So I must ensure proper semantics are being preserved, given how easily sales data can have critical fields and dimensions that are similarly named. I also need help to locate the most appropriate data products to support my task. So I open Joule and ask for recommendations of data products and data sets that can support a sales conversion forecast. Joule now recommends a sentiment analysis that was analyzed in SAP Databricks, a service history data product from Snowflake, and a historical sales data product from BW for HANA. I'm really happy with the rich data products recommended and asked Joule to help create a new derived data product from these. Thankfully, Joule directly provides me with a link to the Data Product Studio. So as a next step, I move to the Data Product Studio and see data products from S/4 HANA, BW, Snowflake, and ECC. And now I want to bring them all together and make them a single data product that's governed and ready for consumption. So now let me highlight the relationships within the data and create the necessary joins to create an AI-ready derived data product. So once all of this is done, I now need help from a database developer to use the semantically rich data product and create a prediction on which open sales inquiries have the highest likelihood of closing. I now share the data product with SAP HANA Cloud using zero copy and can begin my next task. Once the data product was shared, we can install it into SAP HANA Cloud via virtual integration through the provided Delta shares. Now that the data product is installed, we can analyze the data in HANA Cloud. So having a look at the data, we can see various fields that may have an impact on the closure of sales inquiries. Via the powerful integration between SAP HANA Cloud and SAP's AI Foundation, we can benefit from the power of the SAP Rapid One to forecast the likelihood of sales inquiries to close. So for Thomas, the database developer, there's really no need to leave his domain and tool of choice, as he can now easily create a forecasting scenario. And to do so, he uses Joule again to generate a table function and adjust it for his purpose. The generator table function is making use of the built-in database procedure. To pass the sales values for open inquiries together with historical data onto SAP Rapid One, we're using the function foundation model predict. Note that we do not need to select relevant parameters for the inferencing the likelihood to close. The SAP Rapid One is able to detect the relevant signals and derive the predictions. Also, there is really no need to run any pre-training with SAP Rapid One. The foundation model is a versatile tool, helping us to solve a large variety of business problems based on its breadth of domain knowledge. All right, here we go. We can now successfully predict the likelihood for sales inquiries to close. based on the existing circumstances and conditions. But how do we now bring this back to the end user? Of course, we want to make it accessible via Joule. And thanks to our custom database objects knowledge graph and the SAP HANA Cloud agents, the prediction function is immediately accessible to Joule and other agents. So let's give it a try. Via Joule and SAP HANA Cloud Central, we can directly access the prediction function through natural language. Now returning to my role as a sales manager, I'm back in the dashboard and receive a notification that a sales inquiry conversion forecast is now available. So as I open Joule, I can immediately see the top 5 sales inquiries likely to close. Now I know exactly where my sales team should be focusing on. So from data integration to AI-powered predictions, SAP Business Data Cloud, SAP HANA Cloud, and Joule enable you to move faster, make smarter decisions, and lead your business into the next era of intelligent decision-making.